Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have an amazing ever race for you. We have the winners semi-final game 1 match of this tournament between the ever so amazing MiRai against the almost unbeatable AnimusUnited. This is game 1, so we are guaranteed a game 2 at least, but these runners are going to give it their all, smack the seat as hard as they can, and hopefully come out victorious. Joining me today on comms, we have the ever great Night Shifter, and tracking for us is Elendar. So everyone give him a nice shout out while we get this seed up.
Good evening, everybody. Like Cemetery said, this is our winners semi-final, MiRai versus Animus. And as we get towards the end of this tournament, let's just keep hoping these matches keep getting closer and closer and more nail-biting and go 3. And this is the first best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. Like Cemetery said, this is game 1. And I know you race fans, you want all 3 games. And you want all 3 games that are very, very close.
You mean closer than 35?
Drop the 30 away and just leave the 5.
I mean, I can try. Hopefully we have a nice and evil seed here tonight for you. Why would you want to sweep? It's so much fun when we have 3 races compared to 2, I would think. I know some of us are hoping for 2, some are hoping for 3. I myself love commentating, so I probably... By the way, I just set the runners off, so give the 30-second delay and a little bit more, and we will be getting going. We'll have Night Shifter here that will do the ever so amazing logic information, while I will be here for the comic relief. And I just realized I didn't know.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
You probably didn't want to see this with a 10.
Don't know what this West is yet. Could be islands. Oh, yes, it's an islands. We have Islands West.
What had happened is, card fan, I had accidentally set it in a 10-minute delay. I forgot to switch it off the previous race, so we didn't want to sit here for 10 minutes talking your ear off. But I got that fixed. We have Sonic versus Link with a blue. And immediately right off the bat, we have the
trophy that on grass tile. Very nice early find. Animus is into P-Bag Cave, while we have a life in Saria, and in a maze. Oh, one of the maze island items is just a 1-up, so good information.
Nah, it's a so-so. You're going to check the maze island things, but which one is going to be the 1-up one? The first one or the second?
And Animus has found the medicine in P-Bag Cave, so when we come across Mito, he has the ability to turn that in. And here's Rudo, which MiRai has the trophy for, but Animus does not.
Well, it shouldn't be too long for Animus to find that in the grass tile, so he will be back shortly. Just means that sadly he has to double dip, where MiRai
does not. And it's fire in Rauru. It'll be 67 at level 1, so not castable yet, so we do not know what's linked to fire yet. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in this flag sets, fire is linked to one of the other spells on the spell list. What it is, you don't know until you start using it. And that's the Maze Island Bridge, which takes us to a canyon death mountain. And MiRai found an immediate hammer cave. Oh my goodness.
MiRai found it, but immediately is going away.
Well, you don't want to be going. You don't want to be going into Hammer Cave 111. That's just suicide.
Now he's 2-1. How about?
He'll probably want to get that first life level under his belt too. And oh, Animus trying to get through this magic container cave, but oh man, that is ugly too.
That lag is painful.
It's the gorillas with the boomerangs.
Oh yes, attack 1 is garbage.
Yep.
Ooh, and look where
attack 2 is doing work because
I was gonna say, look where MiRai.
MiRai is getting through here much easier, and it's the raft. Ooh.
He had some nice finds early.
Now the question is, where is Mito, and what spell is behind it? Because we know fire, we know life. We have yet to see
behind.
We have yet to see Mito, and we've yet to see, and here's Animus getting a trophy.
So he will go back and get the wow, I'm having a brain fart.
He'll go back and get ooh, we didn't actually see what was in, I don't remember what was in Rudo up behind the trophy. Irene. Rudo shield. So shield behind the trophy. Not sure if he's gonna go back for that.
It's not the worst thing, but it's nice quality.
And vanilla heart container in heart container cave. Animus actually picking up life from Saria, where MiRai did not.
You can't have a randomizer seed without something being.
Oh, here we go. And alright, here's P-Bag Cave for MiRai. And if I remember correctly, that is where our medicine is.
This attack 2 is doing so much more than attack.
Oh yeah, that attack.
It's so.
Attack 1 is just being awful today. And it's so expensive, that attack 2. 240 experience is pain.
Ooh, MiRai did not like that death. His facial expression.
No, it was probably something he felt he could deal with, and the fact that he couldn't, just frustration a tad. And Animus has found the back of the fairy drop, so it looks like he's going to take it to see if he can't make some progression here.
MiRai finally gets his medicine, heads out. We'll probably pick up life in.
Life is in Saria.
We do have, apparently the Elendar, we do have 1-ups in the small enemy pool, so deaths might be a little more frequent because we can restore our magic.
And MiRai debating on whether or not to get shield, but this early, I think it's a good plan that you already have the trophy. If you didn't and you came here and found out that this was shield, you might turn away from it, but with trophy already,
probably won't come back, but
no, Animus probably will not come back from that to get shield. But since MiRai already had the trophy before he found Rudo, he's just going to go ahead and cash that in.
I will be right back. I heard a thud and my cats are wrestling.
Okay. And Animus is now to the northern part of this western continent, which it looks like it's more of a vanilla-like continent, just because of the size.
Okay, it was only the dead body I was hiding in the closet, so...
And Animus has found P1 in the northern part of this western continent.
And he's choosing... Well, he doesn't have the fairy spell or the any key, so...
Boots are in P4.
Ooh, very interesting. Good information.
Since we don't know if the boots are going to be required today or not, that information is to be determined. But
Animus
Mirai,
struggling in the cave.
but Mirai also found Bagu, so he can cross Saria and see what's on the other side.
You mean Bagu will actually be useful in this?
I know, right? I think that's exactly where Mirai is heading now. Right to Bagu. Right to Saria to make the crossing.
The only time I have seen Bagu be required as of late is in our Z2 All Keys tournament.
Oh, and the flute is in Medicine Cave.
Interesting. But is it will be required? Will we need Three-Eyed Rock or will we need Ripper Devil?
Who knows?
So
Mirai saying no to the sorry at the moment. I think he's gonna go across that bridge.
Card fan, what All Keys is you run through Zelda 2 against the other runner, and you guys are doing not a randomizer but a regular race, and you have to pick up every single key in the dungeons to be able to clear them. So, and this does include the any key to be able to qualify for completing all the dungeons. Usually those races can be separated anywhere between like 10 seconds to a minute, but they're usually quite... Chromaticalism, who it was in the tournament here, it commonly runs All Keys.
Animus continuing his exploration of the northern part of the west, finds the front half of Jump Cave, and now has found Trophy Cave.
Thank you for clarifying that.
And I do believe with that, all our item locations in the west have been found. We are still missing 2 palaces, though.
So just like Jon Snow, the blob knew.
So we have...
Well, we're gonna see what's on the other side of Saria.
Yep, and...
Animus hasn't found Bagu yet.
No, Animus has not found Bagu. Oh, it's a dead end!
Ooh.
So, crossing Saria was not needed. And Animus can see that now from his side. And this is the Parappa pass-through on Animus' side. And
is Mirai just farming experience right?
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah, he's so close to that level.
He does not want to up A on that level.
He's at 404 out of 470. You can get this, Mirai. We have...
Oh, and he got a 500 point P bag on top of it. Oh my goodness, he's gonna get 2 levels out of this.
That was a great...
And that brings fire down to... Oh no. Fire was just shield.
Oh! So
and here's the raft tile on the northern part of the western continent.
Both our runners could check it out if they...
Animus is just going to check this last cave. And oh, there's a cave to the east. Okay. So we have a cave to the east, Maze Island Bridge to Death Mountain. Where's this raft tile going to take us?
Maze Island. Maybe.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we know one of the items here is a 1-up.
Yep.
Who wants the other item to be a 1-up? Come on, that would be hilarious.
And, here comes Mirai going into Hammer Cave.
He does have Magic 2, or Magic 4, Attack 2, and Life 3. He can cast Shield repeatedly, and we know he could use it either fire or... And now it's cheaper.
Which, yes, right now it's cheaper as the regular spell, and probably will be the rest of the game.
At least it's not Thunder and can't be abused, like I've...
Oh, everybody loves finding that really cheap Fire Thunder and just being able to hit the spell button every single time they see an enemy.
Mirai's struggling a little bit here in hand.
Yeah. The combat in the dark is giving him a little bit of trouble, which is a little unusual for him. Usually he is very spot on with his dark room combat.
Speaking of thunder, Animus just picked
In Nibiru, okay. So Nibiru's free thunder. We still
I
have
hope I
not.
didn't finally roll baby.
We still have not found Mito yet. In the west, I mean.
Well, we have had no hints for glove, which I'm kind of happy for, and I hope dungeons are.
And there's the child in Hammer Cave, which could be required.
So we have our continuing fetch item.
Alright, Animus is exploring the east, while MiRai is still working in the west. So, Old Kasuto here, and the old man in Old Kasuto gives us jump.
Interesting. So that both our runners will probably pick that up. I mean, Animus just did. I see MiRai picking that.
Yeah, since we still have no clue where Fairy is, I can definitely see him picking that up if he still doesn't have it when he gets there. And there's the back of Jump Cave, and here's another one of our palaces.
Ooh, that's a very interesting.
P2.
Hey, look, it's
Mito. Where was this?
over on the east, I believe.
No, I think Animus came back to the west, but where did he find it?
Oh no, I have to turn down my graphics because that's a very bright.
Very bright white. All
Right, Animus do picking up down stab, which is
Yep. He now has the down of stabs. Oh, he's near with the wrath pile. Okay. So Animus has really got to get north here. Which he is right now. And the spell behind the medicine today was Reflect. Oh.
Because now, well, that's good for the most part, because now you know where your boots are. You can beat that dungeon in one pass, unless your glove blocks, and you go in there for that.
Now, the only spell that we still need to find, and just in case, you know...
Ooh, there's a lot of bathrooms.
There's the fairy blocks, is we need to find the fairy spell, which could be behind the child.
Which is a nice big old fun dip into Hammer.
Oh, there's that water tile in the east just sitting there in the middle of the swamp.
Taunting.
Yep, taunting the runners. And here's Risen Peabag Cave.
So Patrick says 75% chance fairy is item blocked behind Hammer or Child.
Yep.
Well, if it's blocked behind Child, then MiRai does have the advantage. If it's blocked behind Hammer, neither of our runners have it.
Yep.
MiRai in the north, but needs to get over to the Mito.
All right, there's MiRai getting
The hint for boots.
the hint for boots, yes. And the item in Risen Peabag Cave today is just a heart container. So Animus already up to 6 health. Actually, that's our 7th heart container.
Oh, come on. You want to make it easy for our runners to have cheap...
There's MiRai getting his flute.
It's always good to have for when if you find
Oh, and there's the east connection to Maze Island. Oh, and one of our towns is under the new Kasuto spot.
Interesting.
So Hammer still might be required.
Checking out Maze Island, trying to find hoping for the other item.
And here's our final palace. It's either 3 or 6.
Does that mean
So we have palaces.
GP is in Valley?
We don't know yet. We haven't seen any of the palaces in the east yet, or what the palace on Maze Island is yet. So, but we do know all the western palaces. It is 1, 2, and either 3 or 6. And the other 3 or 6 is on Maze Island. So GP is in the east. So now the chances of it being in Valley of Death have gone up. As MiRai starts looking for the items here on Maze Island.
Yes, remember one of them is a 1-up.
Yes, we know that one of them's a 1-up, but what is the second item?
Like I said, I would laugh my behind off it if it's another 1-up. So both your items.
That would be the biggest whammy Maze Island I've seen in a long time.
I mean, or can it be a heart container? That would still be.
That would be our last heart container, and that would be so much health. And there's Mito for MiRai.
Ooh, Animus having to exploring most of it, not finding any items.
Oh, and MiRai getting the bend. No, he does not want to go in there until he can get down stab. But if he gets to the east here...
Yeah, you go to Old Kasuto, pick up...
Okay, he's found Maze Island.
And he said...
He'll be finding the cave to the east here shortly. So... Oh,
here's one item, Franks.
It's a magic. Our first magic container.
So we know the other item is the 1-up, so he doesn't have to do any more.
Yep, it's up and A. Get out of there. We still almost 20 minutes into this seed have no way of logically getting into palaces. We do not have the fairy spell. We do not have the magic key.
I should have done a prediction for this race, but I forgot. I mean, it's still neck and neck. Neither runner really has any type of edge on.
No, at this moment, neither runner has an edge here. There's MiRai picking up his thunder. Oh, fire is heal, not shield. Okay. Fire life. Which is a much better combination because life on Animus's end looked very expensive.
There we go, by the way. We now have a prediction up. So if you want to bet on the outcome of this race, feel free to bet your channel points, imaginary points that can go to summoning Trez if you were right. Because we always like to blame.
And Thunder is 79 at Magic 4. So until MiRai picks up that magic container on Maze Island, Thunder is still not castable. Oh, and MiRai finding out that fire is death is indeed life, and a pretty good heal too.
Naga is not.
Oh, the
timing his attacks just.
The list flow and the other little one is just. The combination of the two is just not playing nice for MiRai. And MiRai getting to Old Kasuto. MiRai gonna get his jump, which is what he wants, so he can go back to Mito and do all of Mito in one go. And what is Animus doing? He just blew through Naburu. Okay, Animus into Animus into Death Mountain, Animus into Hammer Cave.
Good play. I mean, he doesn't know the child's in there. We do, but it could
Right
highly
now,
block a
high
fit.
chance that child's protecting fairy, and MiRai now knowing that there is a town under the New Kasuto grass tile. Oh, and the invisible Moa's playing havoc at the moment.
Aren't they the best?
And here's MiRai back to Mito to get his reflect and his jump and his down stab.
I mean, down stab is such a huge bonus in this game. It speeds things up.
Oh yes, yes it does.
Plus, it's like 50% chance it's required in GP. I almost always see a down stab.
Alright, Animus has the child, and the search for progression continues.
Not again, Irene. We already know that up stab is the best stab. Krista's favorite is up. And they're not even here to defend themselves, but it's...
Nope. Now the question is, how soon does MiRai get to back to the east and back into Risen P-Bag Cave to get his first magic container of the match? Oh no, that's on Maze Island. Sorry.
Yeah.
Risen will be his 7th heart.
Nothing wrong with having lots of health.
Especially not in this seed where EXP has been scarce on the overworld and they really haven't had a chance to really level up. Two, 4, 3 on MiRai's side, and I'm waiting for
2, 3.
3, 3 on Animus's side.
So we're only different by 1.
Yeah, it's an extra magic level for MiRai, and here's MiRai into Risen. Animus starts looking for anything that will allow progression at this point. And he's going to take this
really
connector cave.
Where is our progression?
And MiRai picking up his 7th heart container. And going, okay. Oh, Animus taking a death in this connector cave. The invisible enemies doing their damage.
Oh, something in there is hitting for 2 hearts or 1 to 2 hearts apiece. They're not.
And here's the southern part of the east. And this is Darunia. So this is this. So New Kasuto is under its vanilla tile.
Hey, Alandar, can you give Animus the child? He did pick that up in Hammer Cave.
And
Dankeschön.
we found that the hammer is here in the east, which means it's either in Sunken P-Bag Cave, the desert tile, or is boot locked on the water tile. Or hammer locked in New Kasuto. Well, the hammer can't be. No. The hammer can't be in New Kasuto because it can't be locked behind itself unless we have the unbeatable seed we were talking about earlier.
But that just is too smooth, Alandar.
And Animus got his upstab. And here we go. He didn't show us what the spell was, so is this Is this spell or is this fairy? This is
Spell.
fairy.
Oh, fairy. Yeah, I read that wrong.
So, child blocking fairy, medicine blocking reflect, and now, but with the pickup of the fairy spell, we now have logical palace access.
Ooh, MiRai getting a nice 200 P bag off this.
500 points off the blue. Let's solve those. So that's some good experience he's getting there. And there's the desert tile. Just the magic container.
Hey, that does mean Thunder's easier to cast. It does mean Fairy will be easier to cast.
Yep.
But, dude, Animus is only at Magic 3, and we already saw Thunder is 79 at Magic 4.
And there's Three-Eyed Rock, so Flute is required today. And there's our other... Let's see, this is P4 out in the open, and Animus is going right in.
I don't blame him, because he knows the boot.
So this mighty lavender P4.
Right, did get his magic jar on Maze Island, so we know he's out of there, because...
No, he has not seen...
he came back. Yeah, he got the magic. Did he not get the hint that the other item is a little more...
He might not have.
Or is he just farming experience?
I think he's farming experience at this point. He wants some
Because-
levels.
Well, the blue Lizophos is actually giving a 500 apparently.
Okay.
experience.
The red ones are giving 150, and like you said, the blue ones are giving 500. So that's hard to pass up because now he's up to 444 in a hurry. While Animus is still having issues.
And if he can go right back in there one more time, that would mean he could get easy another level right off the...
And Magic 3 Fairy is 49.
So he's barely able to cast that with...
He's barely able to... He only gets 2 casts of Fairy at his current magic level. No! No, he doesn't. He only gets 1. If it was 40...
because the math...
If it was 48, it would have been 2, but 49 is just 1 because he has a total of 96 magic, and 2 casts of Fairy as it is currently would be 90...
Rolled by the...
98. And there are the boots.
So they're not they're not glove lock, so that's nice.
Not glove blocked, they're not glove
Animus-
blocked. They're not glove
Into-
blocked. They're not key blocked, which is one of the bigger things.
He looked out with that dropping him right back into that room.
Yeah, well, 9 times out of 10, that room does loop on itself just to... Oh, and
Hey,
MiRai
nice.
is found sunken, I believe.
It would be interesting if this is him.
No. This is the connector cave that Animus died in. And now he has found the southern part of this east.
He's gonna get fairy, right?
Yep, and this will be fairy. And
Does not have his reflect.
no, he should have reflect because he did go back
You
to
saw him
meet
pick
up
up.
after he got chunked.
Tracker repeat. Yeah, he does have it. I just saw. Ooh, nice early Karok too for Anna.
Yes, but because he didn't have the magic to cast reflect, he had to take the death. And he's
Those
gonna have to
lower
go
magic
take.
levels.
And he's gonna have to take another death because he's not gonna have enough unless this is a key to bail him out. No.
It's a
But the P bag along with the experience for Karok bails him out. Oh, and Fairy goes down big time at Magic 4.
So that
Only
means it's gonna be nice. MiRai will have a nice advantage with that.
It went from 49 to I think 32, which is a lot more available casts now.
That is 3 spells, or 3 casts instead of 1.
Yes, yes, it is.
I can math.
And okay, Animus, what's under Three-Eyed Rock? We have P5. So GP is in its vanilla home of the Valley of Death.
And there is MiRai's face.
And
By the
there
way,
goes Animus into P5.
yeah, and Animus has to have seen that thunder still being way up.
Believe me, MiRai is probably very glad he has picked up. Oh, and here's Sunken. Oh, wow.
Did Animus miss?
I think Animus walked by this one. I don't remember him going into Sunken.
Well, let's see. What do you have in Sunken?
A hammer.
Hammer!
Oh.
Oh. That
Oh,
might
well,
be big. Hammer blocks.
Now that if the hammer blocks the glove in any way, and just our 8th heart in P5, if the hammer blocks the glove in any way, this is advantage MiRai all of a sudden.
Yeah, if hammer is or glove is required, which is a high possibility.
It all depends on where the glove is located. If it is behind, say, Spec Rock or in New Kasuto. And here is MiRai going in, finding P5.
Thanks, Screw, and leave.
Animus continues to move on and try and find this Guma here in P5 and just finds a dead end.
Okay, so with MiRai picking up life 5, he is going to be a nice sturdy punching bag, so he won't need to cast fire very much. Can save those magic casts for
but since he only has 5 magic containers, he can only cast Fairy twice. He never got the magic container off of Desert Tile.
Interesting. Wasn't he just right?
No, he was not right next to it.
Oh, I sing a different.
The desert area he found was the one that jumped. That you needed to have jump to get out of there, else you're up against a really bad group of enemies.
Interesting room here for.
Yeah, right. Just wanting to get the Moa off the screen, and here's the MiRai finding his 8th heart. And okay, yeah, he's like, all right, I'll get it.
I mean, it's convenience. It's right there. It's not blocked behind fairy.
Yeah, it's not blocked. It's not, key locked. It's free. It's open. And if you just come across an item that's free and open as you're exploring or getting to the boss, just pick it up. Oh, okay. There was a key on the ground that I'm pretty sure Animus got as well.
I think Animus is right behind where MiRai. These rooms look really. Then again, we can have so many repeat rooms. It's ridiculous.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, because there's the item.
Now remember,
Animus
took it. No, Animus. This is just. Oh, that did go down to a different loop. Okay. So Animus found another path through the loop.
10 experience away from his.
Oh, and he's gonna try and fight this blue iron knuckle for it. Oh!
And it just...
But he'll get it right here.
The Doom Knocker will... Or not the Doom Knocker, what's...
The mini Goomba.
He picks up Magic 5, so I'm curious to see what Fairy... I couldn't see it fast.
I could not see it. He definitely...
He up and age faster than I could actually...
Same here.
Anyone a speed read? Ooh, another extra life for him.
Yep.
So both are runners here in P5. Animus does have...
Animus
advantage.
just found out that P5 is glove blocked.
Ooh. So, if gloves are blocked by hand...
Oh, Animus is so close to sunken right now. It's just that cave just to...
The west. Or east.
Oh.
Yep, here.
Yep. And he's trapped in the room. There on...
And there's MiRai.
MiRai getting trapped because he fell through, and he wasn't going to be able to get through that room anyways because it's a glove block on the far end. Animus immediately up and after finding the hammer. Fairy is 20.
Wow.
Very nice. Its fairy price is coming down very quickly.
I mean, he still can only, what... MiRai. Not...
24, 48, 72... No, he can get 4 casts. No, oh no, he only has 80, so he's at 3 now.
So he can ask 3 with 6...
Now, if he were to pick up that magic container off Desert Tile, and Animus is in Death Mountain looking for Spec Rock. He's found it, but can he find the connector to get him over to
we
it?
also have MiRai now in P4.
Yes.
Going after those...
boots. Which we know aren't that far in.
Wait, didn't he just pick up Hammer?
And there's the boots from MiRai as just the cross under Spec Rock.
Yeah, he just went to Sunken Peatbag Cave and picked... Well, the cross was under Peatbag Cave?
The cross was in Spec Rock.
Or in Spec Rock, ooh. That makes this very...
And here is, I believe, P2 for... Yes, P2 for Animus.
Where could our glove be? Or where could it be?
I'm surprised he didn't go to New Kasuto and rule out the possibility of it being there.
Ooh. Fairy through here.
Yep, glove fairy box, so he had option.
Already the Karok for MiRai.
Yep.
Karok not too tanky, so this should go back. He starts half health already.
Oh, very weak Karok today.
He's been quite...
And that will push...
Well, that will... can you put boots on Alendar, or on MiRai? Dankeschön.
And 4, 5, 6 now for MiRai. He's going to do a little more exploring, and hopefully he finds this desert tile. Yeah, he sees it now. He's closing in on it.
He will grab that. That will allow him 4 casts of...
That will... He will be very thankful. He wanted to see that glove. He wanted to just go into blitz mode.
I mean, we all want to see the glove, but here's how... In these settings, the item cannot be behind the boss.
Yes, in these settings, the boss is the end of the palace. There are no extra rooms, and Animus doesn't have enough magic to place the gem. And here's Mirai running right for New Kasuto.
He's gonna roll that out. This might be a huge advantage.
If the glove is here in New Kasuto, which, knowing everything, it's
a magic container.
But this is Spell Town, so he can go pick out spell and check the spell tower too. So,
yeah, this will allow him to rule out spell tower too. I'm sorry, I just thought that was funny that the grandma who wants you to have so many magic jars.
And the water tile is not far from here too.
True, we have not seen what that item.
So this is 3 checks in real quick, rapid succession that we're going to see. It's going to give us our answer on the glove.
Wait, did Animus not place the crystal or the?
No, he has not been able to find magic.
He just cast fairy though. I just saw him go past the fairy. Oh, he up and day. Did he up?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And he still doesn't have enough magic to cast it.
Spell Tower has a magic jar, a red magic jar, so... So, water tile.
Is water tile the answer? And if it isn't, we know,
this Magic 5
we know that
dividends to Mirai.
Yes, this Magic 5 is so much better than Magic 4 right now. And now with 7 magic containers, he can kind of cast Fairy quite a bit.
Freely.
Yes, and here we go.
Moment of truth for everyone.
Is this the candle? Is this the candle? Is this the glove? Is this the magical key? What is it?
He said he's ferrying past it. And he ferried here too. It is!
And the glove!
Our glove!
Oh, that's huge.
Oh my god. He can now clear 5 full.
Now, no, what he's going to do, he's going to come back here to the west. He's going to clear every palace here in the west.
Because over in the east is your your Great Palace.
Yes, he's going to go to Maze Island, clear that, and then end in the east.
Okay, so we do have Animus 1 technically dungeon ahead, but he does not have that glove.
And we know the item in 2 was not that. So, if he is searching palaces... Animus is searching palaces for...
Mirai is in go mode.
Yes, Mirai is in go mode. Mirai, see, he doesn't have to cast Fairy to get through there.
That saves him so much magic, too.
Yes, and we know he is right on the path to Helmet Head. This is going to... Until Animus
will catch him up.
Until Animus gets to the water tile and gets the glove, Mirai is going to continue to gain and probably take a lead here shortly.
It's going to come down to execution, depending on when Animus gets to the water tile. Because he can still go to get Spell and do Grand, which we all know isn't the
answer. So it all depends on what he does in order. And here's Animus dipping P1.
We know it's not there though. That might work. Vanilla candle.
And with this being one of the shorter dungeons, Animus might dig the item out to see if it is the glove.
Yeah, and this is a very pushover Helmet Head, going down really quickly on Mirai.
Yeah, we're going to see Mirai just start to really fly here.
Ooh, Elendar makes a good point. If P1, P1 is glove locked.
Oh yeah,
that could be pain.
Oh, if P1 is glove locked at any point.
If any of the palaces that Animus goes into trying to find the item compared to going to the water tile is glove locked, it can put him further. He did pick up Magic 5, by the way, so he can cast Fairy Lock.
And here's But here's MiRai picking up Magic 6.
I didn't see what. Let's see what the cast is. It's probably just gonna be like, oh, cast fairy through this, cast fairy through this. We don't care for rooms anymore. We can fairy over.
Oh, Animus getting lucky and picking up a key here.
Looks like we can cast fairy 5 times at magic.
Yeah, it looks like it's only a thing and a half of magic.
That would be fun if Sonic would be turned into.
And MiRai's going to take the whatever 3/6 it is here in the West first.
It will be interesting to see what there's. By the way, do you happen to know what Tails' real name?
Tails Miles Prower.
Yep, good. We can.
Here's the item in P1, which we know is not. It's the magical. Okay,
Ooh.
but
that doesn't hurt him, but that doesn't help.
Nah, that's
Fairy is so cheap.
Yeah, that's the only time that might become relevant is if MiRai doesn't have any keys and going to GP, and we run into the one room where you have to have a key because both ends of the GP that room are glove blocked.
Oh yeah,
and
but you are correct. Sorry, he was saying my Tails' name.
Yep, but in the middle of the glove block, there's a key. Oh, and there might be a glove block here in this P3 or 6.
We haven't figured that one out yet. If it's P.
No, we haven't. Yeah, long P1, but a not blocked P1.
But not item required. You know,
it's on P6.
Ooh, this is. Ooh,
so P6 is glove
and it
blocked.
is glove block.
Barba is
glove block.
Hard glove block.
Ooh, that is big for MiRai. I'd rather be P6 cleared than P1 at this. I mean, your longer one that you. I mean, MiRai's aware that it's glove blocked. Animus is. I think this, even though both our runners will have 3 dungeons completed, this leans heavily towards MiRai because of that.
Yeah.
Barba being nice and tanky.
Yes, and attack 4 showing it's not as strong as it could be.
We know Barba eats his weed. Ooh, Darkling showing himself first.
Always does.
Good old Shadow.
Oh, and here comes...
Oh, this is Animus.
Animus making the play that's gonna count.
Ooh, I could see them both being agitated at this and relieved. Ooh, this is gonna come down more to skill. I think MiRai has a slight lead, but not.
And now Animus headed for P6, which means P3 is on Maze Island, and both going into their 4th dungeon here. This is close, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we wanted a close race. Guess what? We're getting. And you know the saying, right? GP is the great equalizer.
Yes, it is.
Let's see how well MiRai's.
Oh, remember, Animus has the magical key. He doesn't have to worry about fairing anymore.
No, but MiRai's the magic 6, so.
But this is going to speed Animus up.
So where question is how fast?
Question is how fast can Animus find Barba compared to MiRai finding Horsehead at the moment. Because we know there's a lot of twists and turns to get to this Horsehead.
Well, and then we did just grab a key on MiRai's side, so one less fairy spell.
Yes, that's always good.
And he's like, I'm not doing this room. I'm just going to...
Nope. And we have, there's confirmation of P6 on Animus' side.
I don't think MiRai's worried about too many levels. He is clear air. He is...
Nope, he's going to pass up the item in here in one, which we know is the magical key. So...
I don't think he'll be too punished with it, with the fact that it's with Magic 6 here. The bubble's giving Animus a bit of trouble.
Yes.
Did you see MiRai's facial expression?
Yeah, well, that one mini Guma was giving him a rough time. Oh,
he's like a what?
Nope. Yeah, nope. He's gonna just...
and he's like, screw it.
He thought about doing it to maybe if there was a key, but at this point he's like, nope, I just gotta go. Now, I don't remember seeing this room on MiRai's side, but...
I don't know. We were too distracted by Animus finally getting his boot.
And here's Horsehead for MiRai. He gets through P1 quicker.
Eleanor, you took those as swear words he was saying, right?
Well, Animus is still looking for Barba.
Well, that was a quick P1. That was faster. We know that was faster than Animus's just because Animus dug the item.
And now MiRai is beelining it for the raft tile, beelining it for Maze Island and P3.
That's curious how far B3 or P3 will be. Confusing one.
Oh, he accidentally goes back. Oh, he knows he can't be doing this. This is what's making him so frustrated. That he's making these simple mistakes. There we go. Now, how far in is Rebanak today?
I don't know, but thankfully both our runners do have downstep.
But MiRai, Animus now closing in on Barba.
Oh, P3 would have been. Did you just see that room MiRai went through?
Yeah, that was a fairy or glove block.
Yes, but it's painful to go through if you have the glove.
Yes, only have the glove. Yes. And there's Animus to Barba. And we know this is going to be a fight on attack 4. So he's going to be here a bit.
Meanwhile, we can have fun watching MiRai.
MiRai trying to find Rebo as fast as he can.
Runners neck and neck, really. They will have the same dungeons done. MiRai has a slight advantage that he's going into dungeon number 5. But like we said, GP is the great equalizer.
Yep.
Come on, Barba, die already. Oh, gets away with one last.
And there he goes.
Doom Knockers, screw you. We're just
three Doom Knockers and a blue Iron Knuckle in that room. Good fairy.
Good use, yeah. I would.
And there's Animus with P6 down. It's now tied back up 4-4, and he is going to be booking it to Maze Island now. Right
Maze
now,
Island or P5?
Maze Island.
Oh yeah, they're both. He was still in the west.
So,
Vantage, MiRai also because right now it's been pure linear, but now we just had our first split.
And here comes Animus. He is now into P3.
This is close. I'm glad we have a nice close race.
Yes, and this is the item room here in 3. I don't know what MiRai is hoping for here. If he's hoping for the any key, he passed it up.
Nope, he said screw it, I'm going out of here.
And it's just a pea bag. Sorry, MiRai, you passed up on the key when you passed up on the item room in P1.
We'll definitely have to mention where it was in the interview.
Yep.
Mariah's also getting frustrated that he's doing some minor dumb
But
mistakes.
here is Rebo. So,
Like him accidentally going off Maze Island again and his ferrying. He does realize he's making mistakes. He is rolling his eyes.
And he knows Animus is that kind of runner you can't be making these kind of mistakes against.
Come on, Rebo.
There he goes. He gets to the one side, and there goes Rebo.
He's a squishy Rebo. He had just enough magic to cast Fairy one last time. Perfect.
And burning the gem, getting out of here, and he is off to the east. He is looking for... He is going to P5 and searching for Guma.
He has to remember we're P5.
Yeah, he just had to remember quickly which way to get to the south.
It wasn't.
There it is.
I thought
Yeah, P5 is in the south part of the east here, and the
it wasn't our
valley is right there.
three-eyed rock dungeon.
Yes, it's our three-eyed rock dungeon.
Okay, I was trying to remember if
All
that
right,
was
Animus
P4 or
coming to the split, and he goes right, which is the right way. He is on his way to Rebo.
There's three-eyed rock. He'll get into P5 here. Let's see how far down Guma is.
And Animus is just going to straight up skip the item, knowing that he has the magical key. So, no issue here.
Just laughing when it's P, but
Yep. Alright. Our runner is immediately going towards those glove blocks they know about here in P5. And here's Animus.
Rebo.
Yep.
MiRai has an advantage too on having attack 5 versus attack attack 4 over on Animus's. So down shoots you left, so he decided to go back up and check the other.
Oh, is that a required room? MiRai is hoping it isn't. Animus? Animus?
What?
Okay.
What's happening?
We almost lost Animus there.
Oh, here's another elevator.
And there's Guma.
Oh,
Guma
wow,
was
that is
hammer
a
block.
quick. That is a very quick.
If you go straight, if you go right on the first down from the elevator.
You're set. If you go to the street left, you are going to.
No, it's the first left when you get down the elevator. Sorry.
Yeah, you go to left, you hit the elevator, then you need to go down and then left, or you're going to not find Guma.
Yep. And that is Guma down from MiRai. That is all 6 palaces beaten. He is on his way to GP. And happy 1 hour mark, people. We have a race.
Happy 1 hour mark. Let's give a shout out to our amazing tracker, Elendar, our 2 great runners, MiRai, Animus, United. And joining me here on commentary is the ever so creative Nightcrawler. Give him a shout.
Night Shifter.
Shifter.
Oh, and GP was on the open side of the Valley of Death. He didn't have to fairy feed or anything.
And MiRai did pick up a key, by the way.
Okay, and MiRai got a key, so at 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 15 seconds, MiRai is into GP first.
That's a nice early GP.
And Animus is going the right way for Guma. Currently.
to see how much.
And MiRai taking a beating in that first room of GP. Luckily, and there's Thunderbird 2 rooms.
Oh my god, that's an early TV. Holy crap!
Which means we've got a whole bunch of GP behind TB. So it's 2 rooms to Thunderbird, but what is going to be the maze to Darklink?
I don't know, but this has gotten quite interesting. I need more pop. 2-room T-Bird.
Yep, but that first room in GP, it's brutal. And down goes Thunderbird as Animus gets the Gooma.
Yep, Animus is at Gooma. We are... well, hopefully as soon as Animus is down, he will shoot over to Valley of Death, which we know Great Palace is at the open side of it, which is very helpful.
And MiRai went for the red jar and said no. Oh, Animus taking a death on Gooma. That's gonna set him back a little. And with MiRai just looking for Darklink, that could be the difference in the race right now.
MiRai currently out of magic.
Oh, but he has come to a 4-way which has an I junction at the bottom. And up. And a left at the top. Oh,
which way do you go?
Time. Does he go straight here? Yeah, he's going to go straight here.
I mean, might as well rule out the first option that you get.
Yep. No, he is not liking what he sees that way. So he is going to come back and go down and go right. Oh, could be a brutal room. It all depends on the enemies in here. Oh, wait a minute. There are no enemies, which...
Oh, that's a clutch red jar too for MiRai.
And that's the thing. When you come in this room and there's no enemies... Hold on. At 1 hour, 5 minutes exact, Animus into GP.
We have a 2-minute difference. Or 3-minute difference.
It's about 2 minutes and 45 seconds at the moment. Oh, and another junction MiRai found. This is the GP after Thunderbird is just... Oh, and it's a dead end. It's a very quick dead end, though.
At least it's quick. And while we'll watch Animus take on his team. Ooh, T-Bird nice and tanky on attack 5 for Animus.
Yep. And MiRai gonna take this right. Ooh! Does he not? I guess... Right! Animus never picked up shield. This Thunderbird is doing almost 4 hearts of damage without shield.
Ooh, that is painful.
Even with
using fire spell is coming, Beyond Life is coming in here.
Yes, and here's Darklink for MiRai.
Oh, so get your GGs ready in chat. 8 smacks, and we will have our first race finish.
Down goes Thunderbird on Animus' side, but is too little, too late. 2 more hits, 1 more hit. There's the game 1 going to MiRai.
With a time of 1 minute 6 1 minute. Wow, that'd be fast. 1 hour 6 minutes and 40 seconds. MiRai takes first place in this.
That was just a little bit over a 4-minute GP for MiRai. That was a very fast GP.
Ooh, and Animus taking the up direction.
No, he's trying to make a decision. Oh yeah, he is going up and left. That is not the way no, that's not the way. It was down at that 4-way intersection. Oh, and he's going to continue to push it this way. And it looks like we will have MiRai joining us as soon as these credits finish rolling.
Meanwhile, let's fully enjoy Animus being amazing in here anyway. Right behind MiRai. Kept the race fairly close.
Just the difference in the race was... The difference
water
in the
tile.
race was Animus going into Death Mountain to go after Spec Rock, where MiRai did not. He went straight to the water tile, and that difference in time was the eventual difference in everything.
Animus deciding not to go that direction.
And I believe Animus is... I have no idea where Animus is going. Oh, he's still going the wrong way. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome in our Race 1 winner, MiRai. GG, sir.
GG.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Nerve-wracking for sure.
Oh, I have to imagine. It was very, very close for the longest time. You and
You only had
Animus...
about 3 minutes difference entering GPs.
Okay. Who was first?
You were, because it was even... You guys were pretty much step in step for most of the race until you found the hammer first, and Animus unfortunately up-A'd and went to Death Mountain to check Spec Rock instead of immediately going to New Kasuto and Water Tile.
I mean, to be fair, if that was the play, I mean, he's already beaten me at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was it's a gamble, but I mean,
it was unfortunately for him the incorrect gamble. You made the right gamble to go to Water Tile at first, and your time in between you getting to Water Tile and him eventually getting to Water Tile was the difference in this race.
Yeah, I'm not
Most of the dungeons were fairly linear too, so it's not like either person could pick up time.
Yeah, well, that 6 was amazing for me. I hit that elevator. I don't know if it was the first elevator hit, went all the way down, saw the item room, said no, went up one level, went left instead of going all the way back up and right. And Barbo, that was the path to Barbo. I had like 3 or 4 choices to take at that point, and I just went right to Barbo. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was some pretty impressive routing there in 6.
No, I was going to say I was concerned about P5 because going into P5 first and finding nothing but that item, it was the heart and then glove blocks. I'm like, oh no. I wanted to check that desert tile too, man. God.
So the magic key was in P1.
Oh, it was. I saw the item room.
Yeah. We saw Animus had done P1 first before going into P6 and showed us that the magical key was there in P1. So when we saw you pop up your head to the item room and go nope and continue on to Horsehead, we're like, oh, okay. But at that point, you had Magic 6. Fairy was fairly cheap at that point.
It was 20-something.
And since there wasn't that one room in GP, you were golden.
I mean, it's always in the back of your mind. The keys in the drop pool were pretty sparse. And
don't mean to interrupt you, MiRai, but here's Animus the Darkling finally. But
so we're 8 smacks away from Animus fishing up with an amazing time. But go ahead about the fairy spells.
No, I was just saying that. I mean, it was a genuine concern in the back of my mind that double glove. You know, when you don't have a magic key, that room might be in GP, and I saw that key drop right before going into GP. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that. I will take that.
Yeah, that really helped.
Because they were pretty sparse in the drop pool. I was not getting a lot of keys. I saw that
keys were not common in the drop pool today.
I saw that key in P1 and I grabbed it. I'm like, wait, I should save this. And I'm like, wait, I'm so far away from GP. Just take the key. And then I saw a dead end room and I almost went to the end of dead end to pick up another key. I'm like, wait, I've got too many palaces left. I'm not going to be able to save these keys, even if there's a key there. Just go.
Yeah, I saw that on your screen. We were watching in that moment. You were like, do I do it? Nope, just gotta go.
Yeah.
And Animus has now finished with an official race time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 6 seconds. So just short of a 6-minute difference between you.
Yeah.
You had a
GG's in chat. It was both runners have been amazing.
But you had an extremely fast GP too, MiRai. You were barely in there a little over 4 minutes when you had it all done.
Yeah, I picked like that 4-way. The normal way to do that is like to check down and up. And then of course you got to check right at the 4-way, and it's the last check you're going to do. So I didn't want to make that my last check and then commit to that direction. So I backed out of that. That was a pit room. And I backed out of that. And I went down and right. Instead, I was like, I got 2 lefts. I bet Animus is going to take one of these lefts. I'm going to go right because he's probably going left. I'm just going to take right and see if that goes somewhere. And I think I hit 2 dead ends in the process, but that last route led me to Darkling.
Yeah, and actually he did. He went all the way up at that 4-way and went left.
Okay.
He spent about 7 minutes in GP, so you gained 3 minutes of time just in GP alone.
I mean, that could have just been anyone's race. It was that close, and it was
yes,
just
it was
1, 2, 3, 4 options right there after Thunderbird, and it was just like, oh man, what do I?
And the fact that Thunderbird was just 2 rooms in,
yeah.
So you knew right away that there was a lot of GP to go.
But overall, I don't think it was a too evil to see tonight for you guys.
I just feel like I found things so slowly, and by the time I found the glove, I was just like, man, you could have gotten this much earlier. I mean, you could always get things much earlier, but it was like, I feel like I was everywhere. I hit Maze Island. And I'm like, I know there's a link down here, so there's really only one item for me on Maze Island. And I go to the east, and I'm thinking, is it the magic key on Maze Island? And then I see New Kasudo sitting there in the forest tile, and I'm like, is it the hammer on Maze Island? I'm like, oh Jesus! And then I got a hint that the hammer was in the east somewhere, and I was already in the east, I think, at that point. And I was like, all right, we'll just keep going because that opens up Spec Rock and New Kasudo. And then do I need enough more magic containers? The spell I think is in New Kasudo at that point. I'm not sure if I had all that information, but yeah, I wish I would have checked the water tile first because then I wouldn't even have done the New Kasudo dig. I guess the extra magic container from the first house was nice, but it was a red jar in the spell tower, and that was dumb.
Yeah. So I saw you contemplate even picking it up, but you did do the swag bean clip up, which was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I had to show that off. We weren't getting any swag bean pickups lately in this tournament, so I had to do it.
Yeah, it fell to MiRai to show us the swag.
I had to recover the negative swag the negative points on the swag scale from not getting the swag jump in Darunia.
I must ask, we can see your wonderful restream. Was there times you were actually quite upset with yourself? You seemed to be when you went back off of Maze Island with when you're headed to the P3 there on Maze Island. You kept going left.
That was ridiculous. I went to Maze Island to go do P3, and I go into the encounter that I know is right there. I go to fairy feed it. I mess up the fairy feed. I get kicked out of the encounter, and that's back to one tile right below the raft tile. And of course, my D-pad, I just hit up and go hit the raft tile, go back to the west. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like all this time you're wasting this animation back to the west. Then I got to go back to Maze Island. I'm like, come on, you've got to be kidding me. I don't need this now.
Yeah, there were several moments, even early in the race, where I could see that you were frustrated with just how tough some of the early dark cave combat was going for you.
There was a lot of gorillas in these caves.
There was a lot of gorillas, and gorillas backing either a Dyra or a Moblin.
Moblin, yeah. A lot of blue Moblins just throwing spears.
So yes, at some points we could definitely see the frustration coming through you as you were running, but you did very well, MiRai.
Yeah,
you did
No, I was just going to say one last thing of frustration. You would have seen me on a little Goomba, on a Chewy or whatever you want to call those guys.
Yep.
And I think it was P1. I bodied him 4 times. I had to hit him
Yep.
twice and I bodied him 4
He
times.
kept jumping.
My hands were in my head was in my hands. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is just not happening right now.
Yeah, that mini Goomba was just, every time you went to go jump over him, he'd jump as well. And it was just like, really?
I was actually trying to hit him, embarrassingly enough, and I just couldn't hit him twice. And I bodied him 4 times, and it was just so dumb.
We did enjoy your farming the blue Lizalfos for 500 experience.
Yeah.
That was very nice to find out.
I tried to get one of those early on, but it was a very busy encounter, and I was about to die right there in the east. I'm like, I got to back out of here and check this cave.
That little bipedal creature was, if he wasn't there, you would have gotten him, but he was just giving you all sorts of trouble in trying to kill that blue Lizalfo.
Yeah, there was the Octorok, and then the lever coming up on the ground, and then the stupid little Zora shooting bullets from behind. I was like, there's just too much stuff in here, and I don't have a high enough attack level to kill this guy, but he could be worth a lot, and they were worth 500. I was very happy about that.
Yes, it was very nice to see you actually find one that you could kill and come up with it. Because levels were hard to come by. EXP was on a premium this seed.
Yeah, that did not feel good. I felt like I was sitting and just waiting for level. I was sitting at a certain level amount for a little bit, and I was like, man, I got to get this level. I even went across Saria, and there was nothing there, and I had to get the level out of there.
That was heartbreaking to see, because you got across Saria, and then you found out it was the dead end. We could all just see your shoulders drop at that realization.
I was so close to the level. I was like, I need this level.
And at first, the enemies over there weren't playing nice.
Well, that's when I got a bag as well. I got a bag. It was a 500 bag, and then I wanted to get the attack of the life level, but I got the magic level instead.
Yeah,
hoping it was Fire Fairy, but it wasn't.
Yeah, Fire Life.
It was incredible. Okay. Wow, it was like 4 bars, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 4 bars. It was a very nice heal, especially the getting as cheap as 8 at Magic 6 there for you.
Yeah.
But Thunder was stupid expensive throughout the seed. It was 79 at Magic 4.
I mean, you only got to cast it one time.
And but
you can't farm enemies with it.
No, it wasn't that Fairy Thunder that's 8 and you can just thunder everything in sight.
By the way, that was a very helpful fire for health. What was it, 3 bubbles each time you get casted?
I think we were saying it was 4.
It was at least 3, if not
Even
4. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to really count it, except that one time in GP when I bodied a ton of damage in that first room or whatever that was, and I was like, all right, I'll just cast life.
That first room was brutal.
Well, it didn't have to be as brutal. I just kept walking into things. That happens.
And then T-Bird was literally 2 rooms in.
Yeah.
It was just, and that's when you had to know that, oh boy, this could have the potential of being a very long GP.
Yeah, that's why when you've got that 4-way there right after Thunderbird, you're like, what do I do? Just roll the dice.
Yeah, pretty much. And you managed to roll it correctly.
Well, I mean, again, I found 2 dead ends before I found that correct path, but yeah.
At least the dead ends weren't very long.
No, they weren't.
Them. You found those 2 dead ends very quickly and were able to go back immediately. So at least that wasn't as punishing as it could have been.
Right. Yeah.
Any more thoughts on the seed, MiRai?
No, is Animus in chat? He's not going to join us?
I didn't see him respond to requests, so.
He never responded to a request for an interview, so I don't think he's joining us tonight.
Okay. Well, GG to Animus. I mean, we've got 3 games potentially here. Tomorrow night, same time, same place. I'm sure I've just stole your thunder, Cemetery. You're going to be the one to announce that.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, we scheduled for these 3 nights at the same time just to keep everyone kind of like in the know. Be like, all right, same time, same place tomorrow if necessary. And tomorrow's race is necessary, but we'll see if we go to Thursday.
Yep.
I do fair warn you, you might not have your Florida commentators. We are under hurricane watch down here, so.
That's not really a good reason to not be on comms.
I mean, if I have power, I will be on comms. But
that's what I want to hear.
If for some reason I lose power, I can't do comms via my phone very well until I
So,
run it. Well, I can until the battery dies.
well, it sounds like
Well-
someone needs to run out to Home Depot tomorrow and grab themselves a gas-powered
There's
generator.
Yeah, there's no more generators at any stores around me.
I don't
Believe
like
me.
these excuses. These
I
sounds
look.
like excuses. We
Mirai,
are
Mirai, don't worry. I am far enough away from the storm that I will be able to be here and be able to call the match.
Yeah,
Roger that.
The two you might lose is Krista and myself. Krista is hunkering down. She's actually only about 30 minutes away from me, but she has a lot going on. So uh, we will have the storm. I think it starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We should start feeling things.
Wow. That's right around race time, man. Yeah. Well, stay safe regardless, as much as I want to
Yep.
make fun of it all. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, this is
it's
the real
the
deal.
eye is supposed to come over
To-
like right over my house at the current projection.
So yeah, on a serious note, to all our Z2R runners, commentators, restreamers who are in the path of danger here in the next 24 hours, please be careful, be safe, and we all want to see you back and helping us put on an amazing show like this once the storm's over.
I'll log on long enough to roll into very evil seed from Ryan.
Well, I mean, not too evil. If it's evil for me, it better be evil for Animus as well, because I'd like a
It's the
close race
same
again.
seed. This wasn't too bad. You and Trails had the closest so far. I will say that.
Well, I think you should look back at my Swiss round one.
From me.
Oh, from you. Okay.
Okay, so let's do all the wonderful hype that you tried stealing from me. So tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have game 2 of this match. MiRai will be up 1-0, but Animus could storm back and take the second game to force a game 3, which be at 9 p.m. Eastern here on ZSR. This is for winners bracket semifinals. So the winner of this will go to the grand finals. We do not know who the other participant is right now, I don't think.
No, we will not know the other participant of grand finals for a little bit because not only do we need to have the conclusion of the Paratroopa Sparkles match to decide who of them goes on to face Trails, it is then the winner of that match that has to go on and play a best of 3 to see who makes it back to face the winner of this match.
Oh, I see how it is. MiRai and Animus wanted to race through this so they could have a nice break before they have to face somebody.
I mean, if people want to rush in the lower bracket as well, I mean, it's all good. We don't have to wait like 3 weeks to finish. This could all be over by the end of next week. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to sit there and be like, this is building up. Let's just race and get it over with for the most part.
Speaking of Sparkles and Para, they will be racing tomorrow at 8 p.m. We are working on trying to get that on our schedule so we can hopefully restream it. We might have it on a slightly different channel because, MiRai and Animus do kind of take prime stage with being the semifinals of the winners bracket. But I wish them the both thing. I cannot restream both as much fun as that would be. I've gotten yelled at for trying to do that before. Other Z2 news, we do have the All Keys tournament going on still. Tomorrow we will have a match in the All tournament between Chosen and Cantaloupe Me. I do not know that name. That should happen tomorrow night too. If you're looking for other Zelda action, we do have a Cross Keys Link to the Past tournament match tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the morning. I will hopefully be sleeping, but we have amazing runners that do things all around the clock. And then if you're wanting specifically evilness from Cemetery, as long as I have power, I will be doing a Majora's Mask randomizer match tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. So again, shout out to our amazing, great runners. Would smoke me in any type of race is Animus United and MiRai. Tracking for us today was Elendar, and the great Night Shifter was my co-commentator. So please give them a follow, a shout out, whatever. They did amazing. You guys are amazing for joining us in chat. And everyone, we are going to go run over to Zelda Speedrun 2s where they're doing a Wind Waker match. So everyone have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
I just have to figure out how to type Zelda Speedruns too. So By the way, we're muted, so or I thought I muted. What?